For the past few years now, I've been working with an artist named Deez out of the Arizona area. We released several tracks. We've done an EP together, and on this most recent EP that we collaborated on all streaming services, go check it out. There's a song that we released entitled Principles, featuring Vavrix Owens. It's definitely one of the best songs I've been a part of. Today I wanted to kind of walk through how I created the beat. So as you can see on your screen, I have the trackouts for the beat, originally entitled Fremont. Unfortunately, I just switched computers. I have the actual project file, but it doesn't load up correctly due to the fact that I recently also upgraded from Cubase 9 to Cubase 12. So what I'm going to do is basically just break it down the best way possible. The stems do still have a lot of value. The meat and potatoes of this beat is the horn section. Pretty simple, but it's really catchy. Right when I heard it, I knew it sounded like an anthem, but I also knew I wanted to name this beat Fremont because the horns remind me of where I'm originally from. It just has a Seattle feel to me for whatever reason. It just reminded me of that. Once I heard that loop, created a few different versions of it, mostly just to do with EQ. So this version of the loop is the main horns that I use for the first section of the beat. And basically what I did is for this, I rolled off a little bit of the low end that might muddy up the mix, and also took off a little bit of the top end. I usually like to take off anything towards like the 2K mark because I realized a lot of the vocals sit around the 2K range on your EQ. So I like to try to do as much as possible to make that frequency area less populated. I don't really try to cut out completely everything at 2K, but I definitely try to turn it down a few decibels so that way you can still hear it, it's still there, but at the same time the vocals will sit in that section a lot better and a lot easier for whoever the mix engineer is to go ahead and mix the vocals into the beat. So let's go ahead and play this real quick. And you can hear there's a bit of reverb on there. Shoutouts to Valhalla. Sounds good though, right? Lastly, I created a hook section for the horns. The reason I did this is because I also have a piccolo here, or flute, whatever you want to call it. I watch a lot of Dragon Ball, so whatever. And I wanted the piccolo to really be the driver of the hook. I wanted the horns to still be there because it sounds weird if you just take the horns out and the piccolo comes in, it doesn't sound as good. So I really rolled off quite a bit of the high end, and it's mostly just low end on the horn. So you can hear it when you take a listen here. Almost sounds like it's something you would hear underwater, right? But when I play the piccolo with it, piccolo shines, right? Shoutouts to Namek. And that's the hook that you hear Vavrix over. Shoutouts to Vavrix. All right, so once the horns, that's when I went into Machine and created the drum loop. It's a pretty simple drum loop, Added some chants in there. A lot of different hi-hat rhythms. An 808 deep kick. I have two different 808s that I like to use. I'm using this one for the beginning of the verse, and then the 808 comes in. You can hear it with the horns. But still sounds empty. So that's when I went in, created this piano here. I can't remember if I created it or if it's looped, to be honest. It definitely adds a lot of dramatic feel to the beat. Here it is. I forgot to point out the choir section. Let's see. pretty simple beat. Can you hear a little piano? Sounds nice. With this beat, I uploaded it onto BeatStars. Deez fell in love with it, and he told me to shoot it over to him, so I did. If you haven't, go on Spotify or whatever you use to stream your music and give it a listen. Again, it's called Principles by Deez and Demata Beats, featuring Vavrick Owens. Can't forget Vavricks. And again, if you like the music, go ahead, add it to your playlist, share it with your friends. And if you like the video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give it a like, share that with your friends as well. And until next time, peace.
Surprise, 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 truth and lies, pick a side.
Fuck a rap sheet with a fact sheet. What the hell going on in the back streets? Bullet had you rated like a track meet.